They can say, look, in our assumption that space and time are fundamental and doing the mathematics of physics is fundamental, we can explain all this stuff. Your GPS is due to us. The science and technology that's allowing us to do this podcast is all due to this physicalist science. What kind of scientific equipment has come out of your theory of consciousness? Oh, none? Oh, well, I think that sort of tells us how important your ideas are vis-a-vis our physical. And what can I say? They've got me. And they've got anybody who says consciousness is fundamental and then says, and they say, well, what kind of technology can you give us? None. Well, then either that whole approach is not strong enough or you haven't done your work. And I think it is, we haven't done our work. I think the approach is strong enough, but we now, of us who take consciousness as fundamental, need to have fundamentally new mathematical theories of consciousness, qua consciousness, with rigorous mathematics that shows how precisely space-time comes out as a projection of this, where we actually get the standard model of particle physics and a generalization of it, so that we can actually predict new technologies. So that's where I'm headed. So the panpsychist approach has not at all been taken in a direction by philosophers that could ever lead to brand new mathematics that would lead to new technologies. So that's one problem I've got with it. The approach that I'm taking is, I call it conscious realism, but you mentioned idealism. Strictly speaking, what I'm doing is philosophically idealism. It's probably the closest would be Bernardo Castro's analytical idealism. So yes, it is. What I'm doing is idealism.
Which, just so I can understand, like, panpsychist view would be that consciousness is fundamental. So essentially consciousness, is a fundamental constituent, and idealism would be perceiving consciousness as all there is, but projecting down essentially as like reality is a shadow of it in a sense.
Yeah, the idea that's what we call physical space-time is just ideas in the mind. It's just a headset.
Ideas in the mind of God.
Ideas in the mind of that's right.
Of consciousness.
Of consciousness. Absolutely. So